My cat had me messed up. I was ready to give her little ass to the Lord this morning. What's up? My cat shit on the floor. Why did your cat shit on the floor? My cat shit on the floor because my son thought it was a grand idea to have his little sister feed the cat at 12 o'clock at night and then go to his room and lock the fucking door. Why does that matter? Well, because the cat's litter box is in my son's room. My son has a second room in his room, and that's where the cat's litter box is. This is the second time this week this has happened. I was finna throw that cat off the fucking. Listen, I was not happy at all. Then my daughter's all looking at me like, what? He told me to do it. More importantly, your mother told you not to feed the cat in the middle of the night. Like, I don't get it. And then the other brother's like, well, I mean, he's an adult. I mean, of course he's going to listen to her. I'm like, bro, no. Absolutely not. This is what I wake up to. So now I have to rearrange the entire house to suit this fucking litter box. So, one more thing on the plate. And I'm on the way to an important meeting and my mind is not there. I better get there because I have business to take care of. So I got to go meet this new disability lawyer. This was supposed to happen the other day. And it didn't because I had another appointment that I didn't know I had until my daughter went and checked the mail and saw I had an appointment that was for later that day. I'm like, bro. It was a phone interview for a second set of benefits for my mental health situation. And then they don't even show up. It was a phone call interview. They don't even show up. So I don't know. I just feel like now when things don't go my way, instead of feeling defeated, I understand that I have to be patient and that everything is a process and it's not going to happen on my time. See, because before I would have reacted totally different. Like in a moment, I was frustrated for a second, but then it was like, okay, deep breathe, understand everything is for my best good and just keep it moving. And it sounds easy, but it's not, because I've had to keep being confronted with the same situation over and over again, being disappointed or things not happening on my time or things not happening at all, whatever, you know. And I would always react the same way. High stress, anger, depression. But now I can truly see the change in myself with how I react to situations. Now, don't get me wrong. I fussed everybody out. Hold on. I got a weird number calling me out. Okay, so that was actually the determiner that I was just talking about that didn't call me when they were supposed to. Or they just called me. And all I have to do to get my payment started is sign 2 pieces of paper. One of them is saying that I won't use the money in a strip club. That's crazy. But I think I'm here. And the other one is a form for my therapist to fill out. So I have 20 minutes before my appointment, but I really don't see where, okay, so I'm at the right place, but I have to find where I'm going. So I will pick this back up after. Oh, there it is. All right, I found it. Okay, cool. All right, well, I am early, but I think I'm going to walk around the park for a few minutes and get my head together because I'm 20 minutes early. But I like to scope out new places before I go in them. It makes me not comfortable, but a little bit more comfortable. I like see where all the exits are, look at the cars in the parking lot, you know, make sure everything is good, you know, make sure I know where I'm at. And because my morning was frazzled, I'm going to go take a breather. And that's why I always like to leave super early. My kids used to be so annoyed by that I liked to leave early when we went to appointments. But you never know. You might run into traffic, all types of stuff. When I was in school, I don't know. I've been to college 3 different times. I moved a lot, and I still wanted to be in school. And I wanted to be in school just to learn. I wasn't necessarily trying to get a degree or anything. Anyway, one of those times I learned that when you don't show up to your appointments on time, that you're showing someone that you don't respect their time. And in business, sometimes you don't get a second chance to recover your business relationship when you decide to be late. So, and also, my father-in-law, I don't want to call him my ex-father-in-law because that's so messed up, but my ex-father-in-law used to say, if you're not early, you're late. So I liked learning from him because he's an elder, he's older than me, and he has so much experience. So I was taking pictures. It's really pretty here. You know, this is just one of those times where things are just not going my way. Like, the cat clearly peed on the carpet. Like, that, I don't like the feeling of uncleanliness or anything smelling weird in my house. Like, that really just throws me off completely. I have this stupid pimple on my face and it's messing up all my thumbnails. Like, I just get overwhelmed by the slightest changes. You know, I've got to get this paperwork filled out. My money's contingent on it, you know. But today I want to meet these regular life challenges with a superior mind state and just everything is good and go with the flow and keep it moving. We don't need to attach feelings to situations. I really have to talk myself through stuff because I'm all I've got, you know, when it comes to pushing myself to be stronger and smarter and harder and faster and more productive. It's only me inspiring me to do that. Like, I'm inspired by my children, but it's not like they're like, go mom, do that. Like, that's not their job. That's their job to do that for themselves. So it's like very challenging. It's very challenging. It's like I always want everything to be perfect. Like, I want my house to be perfectly clean. I want to present myself perfectly put together. You know, I don't like mistakes. I feel like maybe I need to be more patient with everybody. And look at God making everything better. All I had to do was stand in the sun.
Yeah, I had her right.
Then we can fill out the rest of it for her.
Okay, but she already did it. Is that
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right, that's it. Now, quick question before she
I
goes.
just left my lawyer's office. It went well. They're really nice. So now I've got some paperwork that I need to take over to the doctor's office. Actually, no, I'm going to do that next one. Okay, yeah. So it's just going to be a lot of paperwork and a waiting game, which I can do because every other time that I've had to wait, it turned out well. Maybe not in my time, maybe not in my way, but always for my best benefit. So I'm just gonna walk over to my therapist's office and I'm just gonna process the meeting that just happened. Feeling a little triggered. I'm not gonna say overwhelmed because I've been overwhelmed. Those roaches were overwhelming. I feel like my system's a little overwhelmed because my nervous system is just going crazy right now. But walking in the sun and deep breathing, I feel like I say deep breathing all the time because I'm doing it all the time. That's why I tell my kids when they starting to get agitated, that's what I do to calm down my nervous system. It was really nice to talk to them because the paralegal has the same issues that I do. You'd be surprised how many people have the same issues you do. And being able to hear how they deal with their stuff puts your stuff into perspective. I appreciate it. I'm going to keep telling myself that everything is going to be okay and that everything is going to work out. And I'm going to make sure that I have the right energy and the right mindset to align with what I want. Sometimes I'm triggered about my own self. Like, I'm triggered by the past versions of myself. Like, I forget that I'm legitimate now and that I'm not running a scam. I'm so used to being fraudulent when it comes to stuff like this and running scams with my ex, that now that I'm being legitimate, it doesn't feel right. I have to keep telling myself I'm not doing anything wrong. Because it's like I'm nervous about them not filling out the paperwork right, but it's like, why would they not fill out the paperwork? Like, you have a legitimate claim. And it's like, I still have that fucking criminal state of mind, I guess. I hate crossing streets in the city. Oh, God. It's hard changing. Even when things are going right, it feels weird. And it's very challenging. This is a challenging day. I swore I was about to get off this. I'm about to get off here and listen to some music. I'll talk to y'all later.